Hi, my name is Denise Rousel, and this is my reflection on an effective teacher. The first issue I would like to address is a competency that I think I'm rather strong in, and that would be my commitment competency. In that, I try to develop a rapport with the students right away. So, for an example, on my placement, I knew all the students' names by the end of the day. I made a point of calling them by their names and saying their names so they knew that I knew their names. I would also touch base with each student when they come in the next morning, asking them how their day was, remembering facts about them, things like that, following through on things like that. And also, when I was floating around when they were doing independent learning, I would try and touch base with each one of the students. Another example of my commitment to the students was one student was having an issue with math, and so I came over and I started helping her, but then the bell rang. So the next day when she came in for math class, I made sure to touch base with her and ask, how did your math go? Do you need any more help? So she knew that I remembered. So that was just demonstrating my commitment. The next thing I'm going to talk about is my associate teacher and her strength in classroom management competency. She used a preventative strategy that was very effective. Her rapport and her relationship with the students was phenomenal. The students kind of knew her from previous years or because their siblings had her as a teacher, so she had that kind of baseline. So the students knew that she was firm yet fair. So they respected her, so there wasn't a lot of classroom behavioral issues at all. So she really had that firm base to start with. But as far as intervention strategies for classroom management, she would use proximity controls. So if a student was talking, she'd stand beside them. Or if two students were having an issue, she would use restorative justice methods. So pulling the two students aside that were fighting, why are you upset? Why are you fighting? What was the issue? How can we fix this? How can we repair the relationship? And she applied classroom management not just in her own class, but if there was a student in the halls, if there was an issue in the yard. So it wasn't just her own class that she was concerned about. She was really looking out for the whole school with regards to classroom management. So it was very impressive to watch. Next, I will address a competency that I could work on, and that would be my communication competency. One issue that I have is that I speak fast, and I sometimes jumble my words. So practicing, getting used to being in front of a class, also being well versed in my lessons, so knowing what I'm going to say, and taking my time. I also use some colloquial jargon sometimes, so just using the appropriate terminology for a different subject and talking to the students at their level and respecting that level that they're at and not talking in with that kind of jargon. Also, my penmanship is a bit messy, so practicing writing on a whiteboard, practicing, slowing it down and being intentional about what I write. And also with working on my communication, it means working on my listening skills, so listening to the students, giving them time to finish their sentence, not just jumping in. And also asking the right questions, so asking more open-ended questions, not just yes or no's, and giving them time to actually answer. So this is what I think of effective classroom skills. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you.